Literally, just before the sentence, after the great ecological catastrophe, the ultra-rich moved to Tesla City on Mars. Right before this cutscene, or this bit of lore, it said any similarity to persons or entities living or dead is completely coincidental. It's a penile-shaped rocket. Now citizens of Mars take charter flights to Earth and play golf in the ruins of civilization. This is Golf Club Wasteland, by the way. A golf game, a narrative golf game that is a physics puzzler that takes place in a science fiction world where Earth has been climatologically destroyed and is now simply a golf resort for the ultra-rich citizens of Mars to play on. It comes highly recommended. I think it's on Game Pass right now. Apparently it is short and also golf, which is very cool with me. Welcome to Wasteland. I ran to the restricted area where the taxi ship landed. Radio nostalgia from Mars. Press and drag the left mouse button to aim and release to take the shot. That's no problem. Yo, okay. I'm just here for the golf. Why are you vibrating so much, man? Just chill. Give me this. Dude, the animation looks pretty sick too. I mean, this is the super rough, if you're asking me. My face when I'm the center of a protractor. Oh, come on. Okay, do you have a putter? I'll raise the game volume a little bit as well. Okay, putter, please. Watch this. How sick would this be? Clip farming incoming? Who needs to putt when you can chip? All right, well, that would have been extremely sick if it had actually worked. That's fine, though. Crank the volume up a little bit. Imagine... Okay, I'm farming clips, okay? It's gonna work. It's gonna, just give it a second. 5,000 shots later. It's called clip farming, sweetheart. Go home, ball. I just want to dunk one, then I can start to play for real, okay? Just dunk one time. It is like being in Dude Perfect. Oh! Get dunked on. Okay, we're moving on to hole 2. Now, I'm not sure if I'm here for the golfing or if I'm here for the critique of capitalism, but either way, we're going to have some fun times, okay? Zoom in and out using the scroll wheel. This would be an interesting game to see a speedrun of. This is probably a hole-in-one. Oh, you're so freaking lucky. What is this? Are we in Doha? The capital of Qatar? They really don't maintain the greens too well. That's just one thing I'm gonna say. And, you know, I would think that if this is a golf resort for the ultra-rich, they would be a little bit more... Yo, the song is Portishead, man. It's Zona, which means zone. Okay. Please. Having some problems on hole 2? Please, please. Just get it over. Why won't you go to your home, ball? Oh, I look, radioactive milk? Nobody tell Imagine Dragons. Okay. We're going up. Shorty's going up. I ain't got no problem spending all of my money trying to see what's up. I can do this all day like it ain't nothing. Okay, please, please just make it over the hump. Oh, that's a hole-in-one, baby! Let's go. Outskirts of Alphaville. It became my habit to watch them play from behind the fence. Oh, so I am not the golfer. I am a spectator of the golfer. Be wary of water and other hazards. YOLO. Excuse me, this is not Evanescence. I've already made the Portishead joke. Ooh, hole in 3, that's a par, and then you dunk. Whatever, that's a dunk. I'll take it. That's for. I just got an achievement. First par. New diary entry unlocked. Pipe dreams. Oh, hey! We got through the tutorial. Do you have an iron will? No mistakes allowed. In challenge mode, each hole is assigned a par value. You have to reach par or under to progress to the next level. Alright, I can do this. I can do this. You gotta get hole in 3 or under. Ooh, that seems bad. It's a great looking game. Oh! Nobody believed that we could do it first try. Hole number 1, pipe dreams. Nailed it. Next level. So there's 35 holes. Okay. I'm sure that some of these are going to be really tough. It's kind of like desert golfing, but I mean also like a social critique. Par 4. I don't think we can cross the gap here. Let's try to land on the shipping container. Mission highly failed. It's a bit of a foddy like.
I worked in oil. Brokering gasoline, to be exact.
This is not possible now.
Probably not like you would actually imagine it to be.
Oh, no.
Started something like this.
Wait, is this thing in Brussels? How can you tell? Based on the smart cars?
There's been a change in the fundamentals. See if the spread's up or down. And then when the clock strikes go, I'm on the phone. I could be
Strike limit reached. The ball will self-destruct. Oh, because that's a Tomium in the background, a famous statue. I had no idea. You know what? That's a huge help next time I play GeoGuessr. I guess I'll just get a hole in 2 this time instead.
If they pick up the phone, they're mine. That's the game. I started when I was 29, 30. My boss
Owned.
was a coked up, perma-tanned moron who was wasted by lunch. More money.
That's the life, man.
Screaming at waiters because you don't drink gin out of a glass like that. And Caesar salad is supposed to have 8 pieces. 8 pieces of chicken, you...
Does nobody else realize how crazy this is? The Caesar salads used to have 8 pieces of chicken. Now they got 5, maybe 6.
24/7. I traveled a lot. Meeting clients all over the world. The Amazon, the Gulf.
Excuse me?
Siberia, Central Asia, the States, Singapore.
Strokes 1 of 12? It's a par 12?
Would recommend that life, nor can I claim that I was ever really happy doing it.
Oh my god. The Danubius.
I mean, talk about your share of moments.
Good hit, good hit.
One girl, some strange mix of Algerian
You're not supposed to take more than 2 meats at the deli counter, idiot.
dancer, natural
Genius.
so
Oh, and then I bet we can't smash through the glass.
head or given none of.
Yo, the level design is so cool. Oh, fuck.
But we all had the same
Restart? Restart the level, please.
can't last. And sure enough, we were right.
I shot it just completely off the back. Okay. Which means, if you can shoot it off the back, that means you could also just get there
Props. And pretty soon
off
we
the
would be able to
front.
breathe in air.
Now,
I remember looking at Emmy and wondering what kind of a future would she have.
knock it back a little bit. This is what happens when you got a par 12. You can do stuff like this.
The Mars project was Plan B for Planet
Oh.
Earth, most evidently.
Many people have suggested it couldn't be
Family and I
done.
had already put down roots in Tesla City by the time the great catastrophe really hit.
I mean, it definitely seems like the sort of thing where you should be listening to it rather than watching like some kind of asshole talk over top of it and just be like, did you see that golf shot? But,
Now
you
we're
know,
all
that's
that keeps this little
that's
planet
kind of what we're here for.
mining those Martian chemicals for the battery banks.
Okay, just be, it's a platformer. And you know what? Just call me Super Mario 64. We got 6 strokes left. Do not fall.
Might just be men like me they'll be hailing as heroes.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine.
It's men like me who saved humanity. me who took us further than we ever dreamt possible.
That's me, Che. He's talking about me.
Radio nostalgia from Mars.
Wow, some pretty heavy stuff. Reminds us that all kinds made it up here to Mars.
Indie Mouse?
We're in it together now. And remain creatures of the world.
That's actually Indie Mouse, though.
You're tight beam to Radio Nostalgia from Mars. Music for the lost days.
You might not recognize his voice because he's not talking about anime breastises. Okay, how are we gonna do this? You gotta just drop it off, land it on the hand, and then put it in. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Okay, 12 strokes, man. That's tough. That's tough. You think you can break the glass? Excuse me, where's my ball? The crane is solid. Just send it up there. Oh, there it is. Okay. Excuse me. 12 strokes is tough for you? Lol. There we go. Car seat headrest type beat. Isn't that the band that has a beef with Bob Saget? Or is it vice versa? Yes, it is. Yes, but they're cool now. Hey, look at that! You can break it. Well, you know what? Puzzles, that sort of thing is my bag, baby. They've always been cool. It's Bob Saget who's not cool. Counterpoint was car seat headrest in the movie known as Half Baked. Okay, you got 12 strokes to make it. I'm just wondering if I even got the fortitude to knock the ball onto the hand in the first place. Absolutely do. Oh! Oh, careful. I'm just gonna be honest as well. I feel like this guy should go up a spacesuit size. Look at that. Okay. New diary entry unlocked. No one knows the way. We can do better. Now that we know what's happening. This was strange. This one, he played alone. Bit rude. I say it as somebody who's got that same kind of Crash Bandicoot body. Go up from a medium to a large. It'll actually change your life. Okay, 7 strokes. We bounce it off the back wall. Actually, the Tiger Woods. I'm the Tiger Woods of golf. Okay, now that one hurts, but even Tiger makes mistakes like that. What did I tell you? Oh, that's water? Water's fine, right? Or do we get a stroke penalty? No, it's not water, it's just wet. It's like a rectangles versus squares situation. Tiger does not make mistakes like that. Maybe not while golfing. But well off duty, I think he's not perfect. Look at that, we got another par. I think we're doing speedrun territory. Yacht without a party. I followed him. The presentation is so nice. Was this like a par 75? Just send it. This strikes me as one of those games that's basically like, it's basically just an excuse to look at beautiful things for like an hour and a half. And also there's golf. There's a gun up there.
Just a reminder that
Until further notice, there is a moratorium on all team leaders playing
Look at that.
games with their teams.
Oh, you hear that, chat? An incident over a game of Monopoly? Well, never play Secret Hitler. If you guys are at each other's throats because of Monopoly, I promise you, you're never going to want to play Secret Hitler. Okay, just don't be as stupid this time.
Groups larger than 4 people at a time per team. In the interim, teams are encouraged to take
You can make it. You can make it.
the delicious and relaxing drink.
Now do it with the Crash Bandicoot gloves on.
Everything.
Oh my god, dude. I regret to inform you that the Crash Bandicoot gloves
Smells sensual.
are the property of
And sings us a personal song.
Sony Santa Monica Studios. They have been shipped back. There was actual live stream fails drama over Monopoly lately. Did you know that there was a study done where they had people play Monopoly? Thank you. But they gave one person randomly more money to start with and more money per turn, and then just basically observed what happened. And they found some interesting things. Like, obviously, the person who things were weighted in their favor did better in Monopoly, but also, like, they were more likely to, like, self-report their assessment of the game as being, like, an expert. They spoke more often and more rudely to their opponents than they did when it was fair. See, I only heard about it in a podcast, but it's very funny either way. Hey! Oh, son of a... No! I hope everyone enjoys the view. We'll be here for the rest of the stream. Yeah, 8 more. You're absolutely right. The people who got more, who had the odds tilted in their favor in Monopoly, 8 more snacks. It's such a weird finding. But I guess, like, you know, when you feel like you're the king of the castle, you're like, why shouldn't I have all the Doritos? That's just what you do when you're winning. Yeah, everybody else has to think about their turn. Meanwhile, you're just like, well, a cool ranch you shouldn't have. Don't go into the pool, please. Thank you. I saw it in a TED Talk. It actually, like, I'm sure that the TED Talk was fun, but it actually happened to my buddy Eric. Saved? Okay, we got like 1 crack at this. Are TED Talks still a thing? I don't know. They used to do them in Vancouver. Like the main event used to be here for a while. Because sometimes you would just like be downtown and you'd be like, where did all these pompous assholes come from? And then you walk by the Vancouver Convention Center and there's like a bunch of, you know, posters of Bill Gates and you're like, ah! Okay. I actually kind of like TED Talks, but I saw the opportunity for a joke. Don't choke. Don't choke. I choked. The ball will self-destruct. I also, when I lived in South Korea, I went to TEDx, which is basically like a non-official TED Talk. And take it from me, if someone has in their Twitter bio TED Talk presenter, that's one thing. If they have TEDx speaker, they have no credibility whatsoever. They could be the smartest person on the planet, or they could just like be the editor-in-chief of their local newspaper. Like, not to insult, you know, print journalism. Literally anyone can just hold a TechX or a TEDx. Sorry, too much Isaac. Like I remember the TEDx that I went to. It was 4 speakers. 2 of them spoke in Korean, so I have no idea what they were talking about, but I applauded nonetheless. And then I don't remember what one of the English speakers was talking about at all. And then the other one was just talking about what it's like to run a radio show. And I was like, what? Why am I here? Go ahead, blow up in the pool. See if I care. This game's a vibe, man. Very philosophical question. You should do a TEDx on it. I mean, I think TED Talks from people who know what they're talking about are cool. Sometimes. But then I remember when it kind of like, because I was in university, like when TED Talks started becoming really popular. I remember where they kind of jumped the shark for me. There was like an official TED Talk about a guy who, he was teaching people a method to wash your hands so that you only had to use one paper towel to dry them. And I was like, why the hell am I watching this? Like, this is not... Like Hans Rosling giving speeches about, like, you know, statistical anomalies that are interesting to think about. I was like, this is really cool. But then the guy who was just like, yeah, shake your hands. Yeah, shake your hands 12 times and then fold the paper towel. Like, due to the principle of layered drying, then you could... And I was like, man, it's not, like... I don't mean to suggest it's not, like, a big deal. We did it. It's more like, you know, isn't it maybe self-explanatory? I don't know. Yo, this song is great. It's like a tuna jingle by Sleater Kinney. I think about that video every time I wash my hands. I mean, I think about it often as well. I bet that guy gets pissed off, though, when he goes into, like, a bathroom and they have one of those Dyson air blades. Like, he's so excited to wash his hands in the average situation. Then he sees, like, a Dyson air blade and he's like... Punchers. Kobe! We're gonna make this. This one's no problem. They're playing with Wilco in a few days. The hand drying guy? Oh, Sleater Kinney. Oh, okay. I thought isn't Carrie in that movie? Isn't she in a movie? She's in a movie that's coming out that's apparently quite good. Okay, 4 strokes. Not Portlandia. Kofifi, I get it. There's a Cheeto on the golf course. Okay. All similarities are coincidental. I saw them in Boston the other day. Yeah, Sleater Kinney's pretty cool, man. That's a cool band. No! If only I'd saved all those paper towels from washing my hands like an asshole. Whatever, this is still going in. Get ready. What did I tell you? Next level. Clip farming. Starvation and epidemics spread. I think it takes environment, or like pineapple pizza, baby. I think it takes like architectural inspiration from a lot of places. Like we had some Belgium before. This kind of looks like Singapore to me, but what do I know, man? Anyway, Golf God is logging on. Speaking of pee and poop. Sorry, Microsoft OneDrive had to tell me, just so you know, you're not signed in. Oh, because we're in a hazard, we can't hit it far. So let's hit it back onto the road. I bet you gotta land on the smart car. I know, by the way, everyone laughs at me when I say this.
I knew it had potential and I trusted the amazing teamwork.
I still, every time I see a smart car in public,
And I got early placements in the auction.
I think to myself that I could tip it
I'm
over.
so grateful for the
I
opportunity
genuinely
to further
do.
human survival in our solar system. Speaking of the human project, I have some exciting news.
Fair enough. Run it back. Run it back.
We welcomed a baby boy into the world.
You could? I mean, they're like
Words cannot express
1,500 pounds or something like that.
putting him to bed reminds me of my parents.
I'm not saying I could lift it. That's obviously absurd. All I'm suggesting is that I could get, if it from a four-wheel stationary position, frick, I bet I could get two of the wheels off the ground.
And the food, the houses of our friends, our evening parties, full of life.
The engine's in the rear, so you could lift the front off pretty easily. I mean, I don't mean to boast. I don't mean to brag. But I did go to a university who is perhaps most famous in the 20th century for lighting, flipping over a bunch of cars and lighting them on fire during Homecoming 2005. Okay, stay on the road. Pretty good, pretty good. That sounds like Queens. It is indeed Queens. That's okay. I went to I went to Queens from 2006 to 2010. So I was not part of the homecoming riots. But I was part of going to homecoming every single year after that, being like, oh, it's going to be epic, and then just standing in a sea of people being like, this sucks so bad, and then going home.
You may have noticed that it doesn't rain here on Mars. So another friendly reminder that showers are
We were without
strictly
food, and the
limited to
water made us
exceptional
sick.
exceptions.
There's so hipster pubes, excuse me.
Into
There's so many threads of narrative to follow here right now. there's golf, there's me, there's the radio. He ate my ball.
Want to say in this? Join our sectional weekly meetings and vote while sipping on a relaxing tube of romance.
Oh no.
Feels good, as it should. Radio nostalgia. From
I thought that little freak was part of the background. Saved. Have you seen Shang-Chi? It's quite good. I will probably not be able to see it until it comes out on home video. No! Is my guess. Yeah, on Blockbuster. When it comes out on when Jumbo Video gets it, oh son of a bitch. I'll fire up the VCR. Just restart me. This one is like, this is disastrous. Reset level. Don't put me in the trash. Song slapping. This is track 4 on the new Hot Chip album. We're just waiting for the chorus where it gets like weirdly melodic again. Ooh, oh, there's an upper. I don't know if we're actually able to get up there. We're just waiting for the break where the keyboard player goes, "Keep on giving." I did see Cruella is available on Disney Plus without Premiere access and now. Oh! Poppers! What a shot. I don't know if I'm gonna watch it, but now that it's not $30, the chance is at least there. In case of apocalypse, now 1-800-HELP-US-GOD. You just gotta smash through the door. Oh, okay, never mind. I loved the Zomboid, by the way. Hey, I'm happy to hear it. I bet we'll play some more Zomboid next week. Good shot. We're getting a little lucky here. I mean, honestly, like, I had a good time playing Zomboid and would like to return to it. The analytics are like 50-50, but there's also like, I mean, there's just nothing going on in the world of gaming right now, man. Like, it's you gotta draw blood from a stone a little bit. Okay, you ready? Quick dunk. Whatever, we got 9 strokes. Quick dunk. Look at that. Okay, we're kind of cruising here. My mother gave birth to an albino baby. Me. Toilet hole! This is a hole-in-one potential. You landed in the pipe, straight in the toilet. Are you going to play WarioWare next Friday? I didn't know that WarioWare came out next Friday. The answer to this question is yes. I will play WarioWare next Friday. I love WarioWare.
The Health and Wellbeing Department would also like
Now that's a shot.
to remind you to take your bone density
Now
test twice a
that's
year.
a shot right there.
Discovered the original dose is off by a factor of 2.
POV, you are pooping the toilet.
Right, on with the show. Music and dancing have always been a mainstay of stress relief and letting go. Our next call
For me, it's Wario Land 3.
clubbing days,
Dude, honestly, it's crazy. Like,
first kisses,
is Wario really a bad guy?
invoking a philosophy.
18 holes, huh? Like, I feel like Wario is... He's just misunderstood. Like, the only time that he's, like, a bad guy is in Super Mario Land 2, the quest for the 6 golden coins. Apart from that, he's just kind of like a butthole, right? Like, he doesn't do anything. Anything bad, I should say. He reverses into parking spots? Yeah, because he's a good driver.
I knew a couple of Heine's poems by heart that are now buried somewhere deep in my mind. But one passage about burning books stuck
Wario is canceled? Oh, no.
until today.
What did he do this time?
Just to
Did he eat his motorcycle again?
Just a couple of years before the Great Catastrophe, I was walking around Berlin.
Look at that. Look at this. Oh, what the hell?
I still remember
I thought I was the greatest golfer. It just spit me out in the freaking sewer.
always made pommes and drank schnapps before heading out. Yeah. And after
You have to
that,
put the golf ball in the elevator, my man.
Thunderplatz on that very
Oh, fuck. No, don't make me watch it again.
guy I like.
He didn't renew his tags, and then when he was pulled over, he ate his bike to hide the evidence. Honestly, can I say something?
From all the drinking.
Kind of based.
Maybe he was just a bad kisser. But I can still feel this sticky,
Maybe we go
sweaty,
up here.
and very ambivalent feeling of us holding hands.
If I could eat a motorcycle, I would. Especially when they, like,
Entered our techno
drive by my house at 4 in the morning going super loud because they're so cool.
often than my college. And I remember the beat in my chest and all these young bodies moving in this industrial space. I used to
Land it.
love dancing and counting beats in techno songs, but once
Hey,
song
look,
was
much
very
like the lady who took
strange,
forever to...
just went from repetition
Oh, frick.
and
Pick out a
repetition.
carrot at the grocery store.
Then this
I don't have a
weird
problem
vocal
with
would creep
motorcyclists
out of
in
nowhere.
principle.
And then suddenly I felt very
Swish.
dizzy, so
It's
I
just
sat
when they're
down
noisy,
and
I wish they
held my
weren't.
knees closely to my chest. It was some sort of like, like protective instinct. I was like an animal.
Don't land in the water. Okay, we're in the water.
Cold sweat dripping down my neck. Ugh.
Bennett Foddy's golf.
I'm sure my guy thought I was completely crazy.
Don't mock the radio station, okay? If this radio station existed IRL, I would listen to it.
Motionless, surrounded by the ugly, hypnotic.
This talk radio, one of the great lies perpetuated by my parents' generation was making jokes at talk radio's expense.
We were just there.
Here we are, like 25 years later. Talk radio is like the only kind of audio media that has thrived in the modern ecosystem. And music-based radio, everyone's like, why would I have somebody else pick my songs for me?
Dass die älteren johannischen Tiersymbole dagegen nur sanfte Täubchen und Amoretten wären. Die Götter verhüllen ihr Antlitz aus Mitleid
Please.
mit den Menschen.
18 strokes is very doable. Dude, I think you could pop this one.
Auch aus Besorgnis über das eigene
Oh,
Schicksal.
that's exactly the same spot.
2 years later,
Yeah, that's what I agree. My streams are basically talk radio. That's why that's why I'm so for 'em.
Does bring back memories of university days and sweaty club nights.
Werner Herzog?
Hedonism at its finest. For the record, corporate does not endorse or advocate the use of psychedelic drugs.
We're screwed.
Reminds you, dear listeners, that Class A
Favorite Vancouver talk radio host? I don't listen to any Vancouver talk radio.
Okay, disclaimer out of the way. We actually have a surprise for Mirva. We tracked down that weird song in her head. And dug
If they were
down
that smart, why aren't they doing TEDx talks?
Grab a tube of OMAS and enjoy the ride while sipping on pure.
Okay, it's gonna have to be like a absolutely amazing shot, but I still have belief in my body that at stroke 17, repetition, this is makeable. Do you believe? The ball will self-destruct. Okay, this is like a boss fight. Honestly, I think being a radio host, like a talk radio host, could be pretty fun. Like, but I wouldn't want the show to be about me. I would just like to interview, like, local personalities. Like, if they were like, hey, like, you know, Susan from Newtown Bakery is holding, like, a bake sale fundraiser this week in Oppenheimer Park, I'd be like, get her on the show. What's the best part about making a barbecue pork steam bun? I gotta know. Also, if you've seen that video of the shaved chimpanzee, pull that up. Interview Roller Girl? I don't want to be in the same room as Roller Girl. That seems like a hazard to my health. Who would be your co-host? Don't need one? Repetition. Oh, fuck you. Break the window to get in the elevator? You really think you take the elevator up instead of just taking the ceiling path? I'd be surprised. Maybe you're right. Maybe you're right. Nice chill golf game. Well, I am playing on challenge mode, so like I can't really be too upset. The level name has elevator in it. Oh, son of a... Okay, we're going up the elevator path this time. It's the Scat Man. Yeah, if you just want the story, play story mode. It's not the developer's fault that I'm incapable of feeling something. Unless there's a artificial challenge associated with it. Well, it totally worked. Okay. I bet we can land it up on the ceiling. You piece! Okay. Skibbidi-bidi-da-da-da. Beautiful. Just a little. This is the real golfing over it. I bet I can land it right here. Ooh, okay, try again. We got so many strokes left. That's good. Look at that. This is why they equip you with the jetpack. If you don't get the jetpack rental at the clubhouse, though, you gotta just scale it yourself. Like a DIY dentist. Deserved. I deserve that one. It's all right. We got a few strokes left. Beautiful. I can see the hole. We're gonna make it. We're making it out of here. Assimilate. Yeah, I think being a radio could be cool. Owned. Can you cook pierogi? I can buy frozen pierogies and then cook them in a pan, a pot, my oven, or the air fryer. I bet it really makes you think. I bet I could
Well, what can I say?
cook pierogi, like make them,
But with a little help
but
from some friends,
I'm usually unwilling to go through that level of
another thing that can get into your head is
that level of pageantry to get there.
on Mars can
Like any food that requires you to make essentially like your own dumpling,
no stress.
I'm like,
It bears mentioning that
please.
wellness counseling is mandatory for all team members,
It's a little much for me.
tenure. The wellness
The
session-
frozen ones also, like pierogies, are like,
But do remember that all conversations are
please land in the pipe.
for security reasons.
Don't get spit out in the sewer. Let's go.
Visible at all times.
Pierogies are also like a box, a 1 kilo box of frozen pierogies is like,
The story.
we gotta see what this button does, man.
Show is Francesco, who
It's
tells
like
daunting tales
$3 and it can last you for like 4 meals, which is insane.
Stories, memories, the good old days.
Let's see what this does.
Original sources, authentic tales, hope, inspiration, drama, radio.
Like it's the cheapest meal that you can get in North America, I think.
It was an extremely humid summer. My parents would not let me out because of the floods.
Only art remains. We got a little alien skeleton down here. I bet this pipe will take us up to the hole.
And vineyard. And my mother
Why not make them? There's only like 4 ingredients. Cause it's annoying. You know, you gotta like, you gotta boil the potatoes yourself earlier and then mash them. Then you're gonna put the mashed stuff in some dough, and then like if you just buy the dough pre-made, you're gonna get the same sort of people saying, "Why don't you home make it?" That are gonna be like, "Why don't you just start making the dough?" Then you actually like, put the stuff inside of the dough, close it up, firm it up, and then, by the time you finish, you're probably not even gonna be hungry anymore.
I woke up and I could faintly hear
You can go from frozen pierogi to like it's inside of your belly in, excuse me, like under 10 minutes easily.
understood the history behind this song.
Saved. Saved.
My father and mother.
Yeah, why don't you just grow your own potatoes? Oh, you used potting soil that you got from like the hardware store? Oh, well, that's fine. Like I guess if you want to save time, you could use pre-made potting soil. I just don't support any of those companies. So I've been culturing my own soil with litter that I've taken from a reclaimed old growth forest. And the fertilizer that I use, that's what we bought goats so that we could use the goats to, you get the idea. Oh my God, it's real. We go through it all the time, and again, I apologize because I know you've heard this one before, but now this is a bop, man. It sounds like the janitor from Control. We go through it all the time with kimchi. And Kate and I just laugh.
No idea where they were.
People are always like, "Oh, you had like some Korean food. Did you have kimchi?" And we're like, "Yeah." And they're like, "Did you make it yourself?" And I'm like, "Are you insane?" And then they say it's easy because they saw like a recipe on Pinterest or something like that. And I'm like, "Oh, I guess I should like let my Korean mother-in-law know that only idiots are eating store-bought kimchi." Okay, give me a restart on this one. We're lost. It's super easy, yeah. It's super easy. You just put red wine vinegar and diced cabbage in a jar, and there you go, kimchi.
Mars mission. In a way, the people who killed my parents found me in Italy and recruited me.
Okay, we're going up.
You can say. It is ironic now. My parents fought for freedom.
Radish kimchi kind of smacking.
say.
Absolutely, no doubt. Gatdu. What's your favorite radish kimchi? Are you a danmuji or a gatdugi? I'll just be honest. I'm a gatdugi sort of guy.
On Mars. Often in the middle of the night, I hear my parents sing.
What a shot. You look like you got dookie. Okay. Well, Gakdugi is oh, we don't want to land in the water. I see the problem. Gakdugi is whitish yellow cubes of kimchi. Danmuji is circular yellow and semi-sweet slices of kimchi, or well, just fermented food, I guess. Ooh! Please stop saying it. I mean, that's what it's called. I don't know what you want me to. I don't know what you want me to say. Cube radish undefeated. Confirmed. Confirmed. Which ones are long pink boys? Those are pickled onions. Ooh, poppers! What a shot. 17 of 35. I was going to pivot, but I think we could actually probably beat a game for the first time in Earth's history. Bro, what does Korea have in terms of pickled foods? They got a lot. There's a lot of pickled foods in Korea. There's, you know, like many different kinds of cabbage kimchi. The squirrel took my fucking ball. Excuse me? Most banchan are pickled. But I'm going to be honest. Look, I love kimchi, okay? But my favorite banchan, cold steamed potatoes in soy sauce. Oh, man. You go to a Korean restaurant, you get the cold boiled potatoes. If those come out with your side dishes, you're like, this place is schmacking. Those sweet boys. I hear you, Corey. I will say I don't want to insult Korean cuisine. There are some banchan I could take or leave though. Like sometimes they'll just give you like a little corn and mayonnaise mixed together, and I'm like, no, thank you. I'll just have more potatoes, please. Pickled fish strips. I don't know if those are pickled, but I know what you're talking about. They'll give you little strips of fish cake. Like some oden or odang. I like those. I'm with you on that one when they just give you like a big let's go! When they give you a container full of just like anchovies, I'm like, but great stuff. Great stuff. Okay, thank you, Squirrel. I appreciate it. These hazmat-clad Martians were collecting samples. Semen samples, probably. So that's... Chipotle! Dude! Okay, is there a pause button? Okay. How do I get Chipotle to send me the black card that they sent to Tim the Tap Man? I don't... It doesn't even have to be Chipotle. Like, how do I just get a single fast casual food chain to give me free food for life? Eat a bunch on stream every day? Switch to YouTube gaming? Hey, keep it on the DL. Get a dent in your forehead? No headphone dent here. Maybe my skull's just built different. Like, man, I would cream my jockeys and my dockers if A&W Canada just gave me like a card for free onion rings. But I also, like, I've already played the tape forward in my head a little bit, and I'm like, here's what I think would happen. They give me a card for free onion rings. I walk into an A&W and I go, I'll take some onion rings, please. And then I show them the card and they go, what the hell is this? And I go, oh, it's a card from like A&W corporate for free onion rings whenever I show it. And then they're going to be like, yeah, I've never heard of this before. And then I'll be like, okay. And then they're going to be like, that's $5. And I'll be like, all right. And then I'll never go back. I will pay for them. I'll pay for the onion rings. Then I will eat them. But then I'll never use the card again because I'll be worried about them not recognizing it. Those cards are for one a day. Well, yeah, I'm not trying to... I mean... Oh, there's some wind. Whoa. I'm not trying to, you know, like, die. My wind? How dare you break the wind before me? Like, I don't think you could just go into that Chipotle and be like... Okay, let's try again. I don't think you can go into the Chipotle and be like, hey, can I have like 1,000 burritos? I'm having a... It's my niece's quinceañera. You know what we do? We actually catch the spirit, catch the spit. The river, dunka da dunk. We got a boost. I'm serious though, like honestly, I mean, I have a bias here, but I think couldn't Subway be like it would be the easiest and cheapest PR they would ever get in their entire life if they just gave me like a green card, not like that, but if they gave me a card for a free sandwich every day for life. It would cost them what? Probably like $8 once a week. I would talk about it forever. It would be the easiest ROI you'd ever get, and everyone hates your company right now. Like, just... You know, the Subway that I said for the, like, first time in my entire life I saw a Subway close during normal dining hours? They ripped the sign down, and it's gone. Like, we've crossed the... We're through the looking glass. Subways are now going out of business for the first time.
Contact us via the usual internet channels and leave a short message outlining your
WKPSFBX, thank you. Thank you for the gifted subscriptions. I'm gonna maintain my cool. I'm gonna maintain my cool.
Please note that not all stories are accepted, and we are not permitted to give out criteria.
I appreciate the support. Thank you. That's fine. We're gonna get there. Dude, the Subway in the Home Depot closed? If you can't sell foot-long sandwiches inside of a store like the Home Depot, maybe your business model is just screwed, man. Owns. Great shot.
It's been a pleasure to take your hand. We're playing out with Crowded in My Mind.
Bring back Mr. Sub. Look, I recognize Subway's not that good, okay? I still like it because I grew up eating it. Mr. Sub is like actually I can make better sandwiches at home easily. At least at Subway, I'm like they got a little bit of a competitive advantage. It would be great if we just saw a Subway here. You think we can make it? I bet we can make it through there. Watch this. Kobe. Mr. Sub, I don't feel so good. That Malf would love that joke. He must not be here, otherwise he'd be pogging right now. Mr. Sub, I don't taste so good. Are you kidding me? Reset level. I chuckled. Malf, did you see they have oh, right. That was never mind. But did you see that in addition to the spicy chicken nuggets at McDonald's, they've introduced a buffalo dipping sauce as well? The BTS meal. Don't do puncher to me just because I forgot you're on a plant-based kick. It was an honest mistake. Don't threaten physical violence to me. I think the BTS meal really showed McDonald's that, you know, if you just reconstitute a sauce with a different type of food dye and, like, a reconfiguration of high fructose corn syrup, like, people are like, geez, it's a cultural event. I gotta try that new dipping sauce. And I'm like, I gotta try that new dipping sauce, man. I got nothing against the BTS meal. I thought the sauces were pretty good. Who's gonna be the next BTS meal? Car seat headrest meal? I don't even know anything about them. Good. Whip, 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 whip. Whip, whip. I actually think I'm gonna slash marker, and I'm gonna say end of Golf Club Wasteland.